All right, shout out to all those folks who are preparing at the last minute for the upcoming SAT. Now, by the way, all the information we cover about this section of the exam also pertains to the ACT because think about it, grammar rules cannot be changed by either test. Vocab, what are they going to do? Give us hard words. So we already know that. So pretty much there are going to be techniques that we talk about here that are going to help you with the actual SAT right around the corner. Now you might be taking the next 24 hours, 48 hours, or maybe you got another 5 days. But last minute, I say it's anything less than 7 days. You haven't done anything in the past, then yes, that'll be last minute prep. I don't like calling it cramming because cramming means you're not getting much information. I'm going to give you a system that you can use to help you big time for an upcoming test. All right. Let's go. How about if I show you what you should not do as the average test taker? But before we do that, notice there's going to be a total of 54 reading questions, of which 4 are not going to be scored. They're fake questions. We got 64 minutes, 2 times 32 minutes. So it's going to be 27 questions per section. Part A, 27 minutes. Part A, 27 questions, 32 minutes. And Part B, 27 questions, 32 minutes. And 4 of those 54 questions will not be scored. Cool. And they're all multiple choice. Now, the first section you're going to come up against is going to be sentence completions. Now, the sentence completions, there's a method to destroying them, but I'm going to show you what you do not do. How about that? This video will be about what you do not do. The subsequent videos, independently of this video, is going to be sentence completions by itself, grammar by itself, bullet questions by itself, and then you'll have reading comprehension video all by itself. But this is a video of what not to do that you probably did in the PSAT or maybe taking the SAT for the first time. You never read the sentence first. You got that? Never read the sentence first. I want you to take a peek at the answer choices and then you'll feel comfortable. Hey, those 4 words I'm very comfortable with. Why? Because that is an easy question. You could do the same thing for the next one. But first, I always tell students, do not work question by question by question. You need to have an idea of how many sentence completions there are. Now, that'll be a method I'll teach you in the sentence completions video, but let's take a look at the last question that this one has. The last one in this particular test was question number 6. That we know is going to be the hardest question. Now, if I take a quick peek at the answer choices, I see, oh, I'm familiar with 2 words, but there are 2 words I may not be familiar with. The previous question should be also a hard question. Remember, you have 6 questions. You have easy, medium, hard. That's 3 components. So that's going to equal 2. 2 questions are hard. 2 questions will be easy. And 2 questions will be medium. That's 2, 2, and 2 equals 6 total questions. So question number 5 should be hard. Well, I'll take a quick peek at the words. I've got unbiased, which I'm pretty familiar with. Inconclusive, I'd be pretty familiar. Straightforward. And then they gave me this word, discernible, that maybe I'm not familiar with. You see the difference between 5 and 6? But if they gave me 3 easier words here, then more than likely the sentence structure is going to be a little bit difficult. Those are the things you're going to be dealing with. Well, the one before that would be a medium level question. The one before that would be medium. And the one before that would be easy. So one of the techniques I'm going to show you is how to figure out how many total sentence completion questions you have, and then know your order of difficulty and do your test prep business. All right, I'm not going into the details of solving these questions. I'm just showing you the big overview of the reading section. Now, after I finish with sentence completions, that's question number 6, I'm going to go straight into grammar. And I'm going to be showing you these are the 19 different grammar rules that you have to be very familiar with because the grammar section of the SAT is easy as pieces of pie. The ACT English section, too, deals with these rules. All right, let me jump through these. Mr. Ober, does mean I need 19 days to learn this? No, this is just a worksheet that I have my students do, the ones who paid to take my course. I have them use this worksheet, and then it locks them down on how to own all of these questions. But if we're doing this at the last minute, why not? Instead of seeing all the various questions that deal, let's say, with titles and all the ones that deal with no punctuation or apostrophe plurals and subject verb agreement, let's see one of each. So if I'm testing at the last minute, I just want to see one of each of those question types. And please help me. How do I own those? All right. Now, I'll get that into another video, but this is the continuation of that practice test. Remember, we had 6 sentence completions. I'm going to skip all of the reading comp questions because reading comp comes immediately after the sentence completions. What do I want to do? I want to get right down into the grammar questions. So grammar questions, this is going to be my business while I'm in the grammar area. Now, there is an order of difficulty with these questions. That'll be questions number 19 all the way through the transition word questions, which I've separated here, to question 31. 19 through 31 is considered grammar. And I will execute my business with the video about grammar. I'll break that down. But all the rules, like for example, in this particular practice test, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, a repeat of 1, that's 4 rules still. 5, oh no, a repeat, that's still 4 rules. Now we have 5, we have 6, I've never done this before, 7, 8, and then 9 transition words, and I'll just include these. So we have 9 different rules that are going on with grammar, but how many rules do we have? We have actually 19. So we're not going to be tested on all of them in a part of a reading that deals with grammar, or maybe part 2. We'll still not see all different rules being executed, but should we be familiar with all 19? Absolutely. So that's what we'll be drilling down with last minute prep, those 19 rules, dealing with the drill that incorporates all those rules in the same order that you see this doc, and the sentence, comma rule, middle sentence, comma rule, fanboys, intro clause. You're going to get a document that shows all these in the same order, question after question after question. Now, this comes from a practice test, just to give you an idea. You guys remember this by taking the PSAT. Don't they look similar to sentence completions? Passage, blank, answer choices. Passage, blank, answer choices. That's why I always do sentence completions first, and number 2, grammar, because they're easier to deal with. So what happens to question number, remember, it was question number 6, the last sentence completion, then I jump all the way to 19. So what happens to question number 7 through 18? I dummy answered, I filled an answer, and I flagged it for review to check out later on. I don't want to do 7 through 18 right after sentence completions because they are speed bumps designed to slow you down. So I'll skip all those. I go straight into grammar, which wraps up with transition words. After the transition words, what do I have left over? Oh, this is just a recap of what I talked about. What do I have left over? The bullet questions. Now let's take a look at the bullets. See the layout? They give you bullet points. Well, guess what? I'll share with you test taking technique. Ain't no way I'm going to be reading those bullet points. No way they're going to try and confuse me. Rather, I'm going to go straight into the question. The student wants to study, wants to present the study and its findings. Now it's 2 parts: present the study and its findings. What do I do now? I'm going to go from the bottom up and read each answer choice carefully. The answer has to specifically answer the question. The student wants to present what? A study and the study's findings. Only one answer can best do that. All the others have to go. Step by step, you attack each answer and match it up. Actually, you're looking for moldy cheese. Like, for example, if I read answer choice B, whatever jawbones located in Sahara Desert were the focus of the 2021 study. Hey, they told me the study, but did it give me the findings? No. That's what you're basically doing from D, C, B, and A. And then you narrow it down to the best answer. It's going to fall right in your lap. All right, repeat that again. Bullets. What do? We ignore the bullets. Forget that noise. And then we read the question for the recipe. The student wants to compare the 2 women's contributions to the March on Washington, D.C. That is it. The rest of this, I don't care about. I just need to find my best answer. Wants to compare the 2 women's contributions to the March on Washington, D.C. Hey, let's play. If we go from the bottom up, let's try D out. Many African American women, comma, including Bates and Hedgeman, fought for civil rights, comma, fanboy, but only one spoke at the march. Is that comparing the 2 women's contributions? No, that is heck a wiki. So bye-bye, D. Then you go to the next answer, you do the same thing. You guys get the game? That's really it for bullets. And check this out. Those would be the last questions in a reading part A or a reading part B. These are like super easy, but I like to leave this for the third step, right? So my first step is going to be sentence completions. My second step is skipping all the reading comp and dummy answer and flagging and doing then grammar. My third step are going to be attacking the bulls. Then my last step is going back to those reading comp questions, questions 7 through 18, and then sitting down and having a good time because now I'm going to have up to 2 minutes of time for those reading comprehension questions. Sentence completions, how much time should you get rid of these? In about 20 to 30 seconds. Grammar, same thing. Bullets, same thing. But the reading comp, you're going to have up to 2 minutes per question if you follow that business right here. If you follow that business, you're going to have up to 2 minutes. So that means more time, means more accuracy with the speed bump questions 7 through 18. But what do they look like? All right, before we see what they look like, let's see what's actually covered. These are the different types of reading comprehension questions. They got questions that deal with the best main purpose, best main idea, overall structure, hypothesis, best completes the sentence, best function of the sentence, best match the text, blah, 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 blah. 11 different concepts for just regular reading with no charts. So all these, right, involve no charts. It's just bliggity blah words. But of course, the SAT mixes it up with charts and graphs. And there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different concepts being tested in charts and graphs. And these are the different types of questions. All right, so what's your business? Well, why not get a document that shows you each type of question that you can study from at the last minute? Yes, you'll be going through that, but let's see what it looks like on an actual test. Remember, we got 6 sentence completion questions, and then we skip 7 all the way through what? 18, and they were all dummy answered. Now, when I say dummy answer, what does that mean? You're going to pick a letter of the day that you're always going to use to dummy answer, or when you get stuck on a question like, I got no idea, let me just go with my dummy answer. Sometimes I choose D. Now, when I go back, all these would have been bubbled in as D, all of them, right? And they would have been flagged, all of them as D. Why do I do that? Because one time I was taking the SAT, I had 5 minutes left, and boop, right there at the 5 minute mark, 2 seconds went in, like 4 minutes and I don't know, like 40 seconds. And the screen cleared and said, thank you for taking the SATs. And I was like, bro, you owe me 5 minutes. You know, when they give you the survey at the end, I'm like, you stole my 5 minutes. You better contact me because I need some answers. I could have answered more questions correctly, but I didn't. Why? Because I already had them dummied in. I never trust. Maybe the test maker, I don't like how slick they can be their questions, but systems, computer glitches can happen. I'd rather have them dummied in so maybe I get an awesome score, even though I got shafted by 5 minutes. If I get an awesome score, I'm going to keep that score. All right. So now we come back to the reading section, and you guys gonna be able to see each type of these reading passage questions in a document that has the questions in the order that's listed here. So we'll start off with best main purpose, one question, best main idea, one, best overall structure, all the way to charts and graphs. Now, a last minute studying for the reading. Your business is to find out which type of reading passage questions you like the most and which types you like the least, because the reading passage questions, there's no order of difficulty. You have easy, medium, hard questions and sentence completions, easy, medium to hard questions in grammar, easy, medium to hard with bullets. But when it comes to reading comp, there's no order of difficulty. They're jumbled. But you can certainly see what kinds of questions you like the most. Like, for example, do you like main purpose more than do you like describing the function of the underlying sentence? You guys get it? You're trying to feel your way through this. Do you like, according to the text, what is true about mother? That's true reading comp. And notice short paragraphs, and you can find that answer quickly. I'm going to show you the type of questions I don't like. Let me see. Right here, charts and graphs. If I'm here, example, I probably like doing question number 7 because I like not best main purpose. I like best function of a sentence. I like best function of a sentence, especially if they give me 2 of them. Thank you very much for the gift. Best match in text. I like those. Best main purpose. I like those. Quote, claim, best illustrates. Yeah. Now, I went, I'm not too sure. Well, this is super short, so I'm definitely going to like it. But I don't like the answer choices being long. That's one thing I don't like. What about this one? Question number 13. I don't like that I have long answer choices. So more than likely, after I hit question 11, I'm still going to skip this. I'm going to skip this 12. I'll skip 13. I'm looking for the ones I like the most. Oh, charts and graphs. I immediately skip. I'm trying to find all my easy questions. Oh, I'm skipping this 15, even though it's already dummy answered from before and flagged. I'm skipping 15. 16. I don't like how the answers are. I'll come back to that one. Let me go to 17. Oh, best completes the sentence. I like these. I'm definitely doing this one. Definitely doing this one. Best completes the sentence. Then I can back up to last 4 remaining questions that I marked, or 5 questions, and then I can continue to slow down, get my answer, and get out of Dodge. That's how you boost your reading scores section of the stupid exam. Again, we have to go through all these guys. So when I do send it to you, I'll send you the answer key along with the little drill. And that's pretty much it. Your drill looks just like this. See how you got best main purpose first, and the second one is best main idea, and the third one is best overall structure. If you get the document, best main purpose, best main idea, and best overall structure. Oh, is that how you check the boxes in class? Yeah. But as far as the days are concerned, don't worry about it. Just check off as you go along. And then the extra boxes is when you go back to retake the test, Then you can check through these guys and own the SAT forever. All right, that's about it. Do you have any questions for the big overview? You can give me a call at 786 877 7231. Oh, everybody's telling me, Mr. Alberto, you forget to say your name. Mr. Alberto. And there you go. Peace out. Later, alligator.